Hello and welcome to Tech Deals. Fortnite on the Acer Predator Helios 300 gaming laptop computer 2018 edition, 6-core 12-lake 4.1 GHz Coffee Lake chip. 16 gigs of RAM, 6 GB GTX 1060, NVMe SSD, and a 144Hz IPS display. If you have been waiting for a new high-end, next-generation gaming laptop with a 144Hz display to play games like Fortnite, that day has arrived. For $1,200, this is an amazing value for the money. Now I'm going to show you most, maybe not all, but most of the gameplay here in Fortnite. Some of it's just running around, but I made an honest effort to go find some bad guys here, to gather resources, to gather weapons, and not just hide, to try to show you what combat looked like. Later in this battle, I do get into combat. I don't survive, of course, because I'm not very good at this game, but I do get surrounded by several enemies, and I do attempt to shoot them, and there's various enemies building structures, so I do my best in order to give you an example of what to expect for performance. Now, we are running at 1080p at high detail, and I know some people, especially on a game like this, will say, well, why not run it at medium or low and get a bit more performance? Why not get that frame rate way up there for super competitive play? Fair enough. If you take a look at the graphics, at the real-time performance numbers in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see that we are primarily graphics card limited. That first percentage up there, 97, 98, there's 99%, that's the graphics chip. We are limited by the performance of the graphics chip. So if you were to lower the detail down to medium or low, or maybe customize it with some extra settings in there, you would certainly get some extra performance, because we've got plenty of CPU performance to spare, but it is the graphics chip that is limiting us. But we already have really good performance, so I just decided to go with high detail to match most of the other games that I've tested on this machine. As I mentioned, because we do have a 144Hz IPS display, you would actually see this frame rate. If we were playing this on the 2017 edition of the Acer Predator Helios 300 with the i7-8750H processor, that's a 4-core, 8-thread chip, runs about 500 MHz slower than this one. We're running at 3.9 GHz here on, well, not all the cores, but multiple cores, whereas you're going to be running more like 3.4 GHz on the last gen machine. So 500 MHz faster, more cores. We do have a 144Hz IPS display. As I said, the previous machine only had a 60Hz, so you would actually see this frame rate. Oh, what in the world? Can't quite get there. I destroyed the building. I know. I should have built something. I don't really build in this game. Like I said, I don't really play this game. I did my best to go find some people, gather resources, and shoot at things. I didn't just cower and hide. And of course, once I found multiple enemies, they did manage to kill me. Oh, yay, shields, just what we need. More shields, just what we need. So watching the real-time performance does give you the ability to pick out where the frame rates come from. Notice when I'm just staring at the ground or staring at the sky or just picking up things, the frame rate occasionally jumps up to like 130 or 140 frames per second. Watch where it drops when there's a lot more going on. Ooh, those guns look nice. Dual pistols. Guys, let me know down in the comment section below. Do you like those purple pistols? Would you prefer something else? Now, I did trade the 12-gauge shotgun for it, but I do think that, I think that's a 12-gauge shotgun, but I do think that the purple weapons are better than the gray weapons. And I actually don't know what that blue mine is. Probably a grenade of some kind. So you'll have to let me know down below. I have 212 wood, 1 brick, and 68 steel. That's probably a lot of steel. I know, let's just cut this whole building down. We definitely need some stone. Smashing, smashing. There we go, there's some brick. I guess I call it stone, but the game gives you brick, sort of a generic resource. If anybody ever doubted whether or not I read the comments beneath videos, several people commented in previous Fortnite benchmarks, man, you never use your potions, you never use your shields, come on man, what's going on? Well, fair enough, I listened to you, and look, we're using them, yay. So I do pay attention, maybe one of these days I'll actually build something. In watching Twitch streams of people who are much better at this game than me in terms of gameplay quality, first of all, playing as a team seems like it'd be much more fun. Although actually I think I'm on a team. I don't know how I ended up on a team, but I think I'm actually on a team here. The names on the screen, and I'm only noticing this as I watch the replay, those are my teammates, aren't they? Yes, I know, what can I say? So I was running towards them thinking, well, I need to shoot at them. Hopefully I didn't actually shoot at one of them. If I did, man, I apologize if that was you. But I just went and hit the battle button. I load the game, hit the battle button, jump into it, pick up some more, more mushrooms. Mushrooms are good, and dying is not as good. As we sit here watching me do this, I strongly debated just trimming straight to the battle at the end where I died, where there's a bunch of enemies there. I'm not going to. And the simple reason for that is it's Fortnite. This game is crazy stupid popular. It is the #1 streaming game on Twitch. It has tens of millions of people playing it. And if there's any game that I'm going to run over 10 minutes in a benchmark for a single game, this should probably be it. It also lets you watch what I'm doing and gauge the real-time performance for yourself as to whether it's reflective of the gameplay that you personally are used to. So if you have an older machine, a laptop or desktop, and you're sitting here watching this trying to decide, should you buy this laptop? Well, this is 1080p high detail. You can see where I'm running, what I'm doing. You can see the real-time frame rates up there. You can see the smoothness of frame rate because I've got the actual graph up on the screen as it's running. You can see how much RAM we're usage. How much RAM we're using, how much CPU we're using. Oh, nope, don't mean to drop those. Don't drop the purple guns. That would be pretty stupid. Oh, what do we have over here? Ammo? Let's go grab the ammo, and I should have missed what that was. Oh, another potion, which we can't use the potion because I guess they're smalls and you can only use 2 of them at a time. And there's a gun. Do we want the gun? No, but we'll get the ammo. We'll definitely get the ammo. One of these days, I might try to find somebody who's... Oh, no, don't drop those. I may try to find somebody experienced to team up with me and maybe voice comms take me through the game. I don't know. There are a couple of Twitch streamers who I watch who occasionally play this. Usually they play PUBG. Ammunition is one of my favorite Twitch streamers who plays PUBG, for example. She also plays Rainbow Six Siege, but her PUBG gameplay is really, really good. I've tried PUBG. And I am awful at PUBG. I can never find anybody. I can never see anybody. And then somebody shoots me with a sniper rifle, and it's incredibly frustrating. Games like this in PUBG personally sort of feel like you've got 10% of the players who know what they're doing, and then 90% of the players whose job it is to be the target. And maybe I could learn to be one of those players, but man, the learning curve on this is just ridiculously steep. You're randomly dumped in a match with a bunch of who knows who players who have played the game more than you have, and they know where to snipe, they know where to sit. That hitch right there, by the way, is not in the game. Watch the frame rate. Watch the chart on the screen. That hitch is my Elgato HD60S external USB capture card. It glitches time to time. I'm using the Elgato capture program. I'm not using OBS to capture this. It is on a separate computer. It does have the benefit of doing a better job of just capturing the audio from the game and not my desktop because I often have other things running on it. It's a Ryzen 7 1700X. That's not why it glitches, but it does sometimes glitch. OBS doesn't tend to glitch like that, which is why if you're live streaming, use OBS, but that glitch is not in the game. This was utterly ridiculously smooth on this laptop, but it happens sometime. And if you watch the other benchmarks in the link in the description below, you'll see that there's occasionally that in other games as well, but it's not in the game. It's just in the recording. Now, this right here is what I mean about not knowing what to do. Where do I go? Do I go up here to the rock? Do I go to that building? Do I run down to the community? I suppose some of you will be telling me, why aren't you with your teammates? I didn't know they were my teammates at the time. I don't know how I ended up in a team battle. I do know that I'm looking at the map and I see the circle on the map and I'm like, oh, I need to be inside that because the energy barrier is going to come in and start damaging you if you're outside of it. So we're going to run this way. And I think this will end up forcing us towards... Oh, I see some people over there. Hopefully they are my friends. Would you guys be my friends? I've got a pair of guns. Oh, there's somebody on the mountain. They don't have an aim over. Oh, see their building? Their building, you can see it. But it's a long distance away, so it's not going to overly affect the performance of the game. Let's run up here to the top of the mountain, and I'll use my wonderful double pistols as sniper rifles. That's what they're meant for, right? Sniper rifles? Yes. I saw that in a movie once. Somebody was doing long-distance shooting with a pistol. I'm sure it'll work out just fine. Ooh, stairs. We'll run down the stairs and get closer to them. I'm sure this will work out beautifully. We can just jump off the ledge, right? Oh, well, that wasn't very far, so we're fine. We're approaching the end of this. If you're watching this going, really, what's going on? Don't worry, we're near the end. But I do want to include the actual combat so you can see the difference in performance as stuff goes on. Yes, you're all free to laugh at me in the comments down below at my terrible play. I'm sure I made horrible, terrible mistakes. If this sort of game isn't one that you personally play, well, first of all, why are you watching the benchmark? And second of all, well, what can I say? If it's not something you play, then it's not something that yep, see, there. Now we're unconscious, and we're bleeding out, essentially, so somebody has to come rescue us, but not to worry. They'll be along to kill us here shortly. Notice the frame rate's not dropping much. We've 108 frames a second. They're building, they're shooting, there's combat going on. There's a building over there destroyed, a rocket came in, and performance is just fine. This game plays great. What can I say? It really is very nice. So what's your favorite game? PUBG or Fortnite? Which one do you prefer playing? Let me know down in the comments down below. I've not actually tested PUBG on this computer yet. I might. You'll have to let me know what you think down there. In any case, this is the product detail page on Amazon. I bought this off of Amazon. It was not a sample from Acer, but it really is the best performance you can buy for $1,200 in a gaming laptop computer. I love this machine. Check those links down below for all the games that I've tested on it and a full review on it, as well as a link to Amazon that is an affiliate link. It does support the channel. Use it when you buy it if you want to see more of these videos. That entire run was benchmarked. We had 112 frames per second average, 81.1% low, and 49.1% low. Disregard that 49. That's probably when I pressed F10 to start and stop and it brought the menu up. The 81 is closer to the true minimum that you're going to see. But watch that entire play. How often did it really drop below about 90 frames per second? Very, very rarely. In fact, it was above 100 an awful lot of it. Fortnite, 1080p, high detail, well above 100 frames per second average, above 80 frames per second, 99% of the time. This computer is incredible. Like this video if you like it, share it with your friends if you loved it. Remember to subscribe to my channel with the big huge red button directly below. Post your comments below the video. Let me know your thoughts on this, and then check that video description, link to the full playlist, link to the review, link to Amazon, link to my social media, Discord, Twitch, Twitter, etc. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I will see you guys next time.